You know, I don't think that either one of these companies, either Apple or Epic Games, realized the kind of mess they were getting themselves into. Because it looks like Apple is taking some extreme measures to handle the whole Epic Game situation. It seems that Facebook wants a little piece of the pie as, they're coming up with a really weird strategy. And now we have some renders of the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, and it looks pretty good. I'm Jaime Rivera, and here's the thing. The world just keeps getting weirder. And probably one of the best indications is the fact that we don't have any Google Pixel 5 leaks. That's major. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals as Amazon has their own back to college section right now, because you really need an Echo when you go back to school, right? For example, the Echo Dot is $20 off, leaving it at $30 shipped. The Echo is $30 off as well, leaving it at $70 shipped. The Echo Plus is half off, leaving it at $75, and the Echo Show is $50 off, leaving it at $180. They also have deals on Kindles, Fire Sticks, and more. Moving on to the 27-inch 5K iMac. It's currently $120 off, which leaves the Intel Core i7, 8 gigs of RAM, and 512 gigs of SSD variant for $2180. Finally, GIGABYTE's Aero 15X gaming laptop is $700 off its original price, leaving it at $1487. And if you do want some accessories to go with it, there are some Razer keyboards in addition to iPads and also others as well in the links in the description. Now let's talk about Samsung, as yes, Galaxy Unpacked is over, but we are still waiting for their Z Fold 2 in addition to their Fan Edition phone, or phones. So far, we've gotten some leaks on both the Exynos and Snapdragon variants, as well as some leak specifications, like a 6.4-inch display running at 120 Hz, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 4,500 mAh battery. We also got renders from the front from Evan Blass, but now we get to see some full-blown CAD renders of the whole device on leaks. It brings bigger bezels than the S20, but they're still pretty slim. The camera array also looks pretty similar to the S20 Plus, but the sensor seems smaller inside the stove. And we're also expecting this phone to launch in October, but the interesting part is when they call this phone a Fan Edition, because they know what the fans want. They want 120 Hz, but then they launched their Galaxy Note 20, which is most likely going to be a lot more expensive without the things that fans want. Now, how about if we get a little political and talk about TikTok and whatever is going to happen with this company going forward? Last week, we covered how the President of the United States signed an executive order giving TikTok 45 days to sell their US operations to a company like Microsoft, or they would be banned, possibly being forced out of the App Store and Google Play as well. This morning, the president signed a new executive order giving them 90 days now to sell their operations. According to him, there is credible evidence that ByteDance might take actions that threaten to impair the United States security. Now, this new order gives TikTok more time to iron out whatever their plan is, whether it is to sell to Microsoft or take legal action. And Apple also presented their concerns about WeChat being banned, but these were dismissed as it seems that they also still have only 45 days. Yeah, we go from 45 to 90, okay, is there a threat or not? All I'm gonna say. Now, we've got a lot to cover when it comes to Apple, so bear with me. We're gonna start right now with iPhone 12, which is probably what I'm most interested on right now. We have a new gallery of pictures of the iPhone 12 dummies from a tipster on Facebook. We've gotten dummies on 2 occasions prior to this, but these probably look the most accurate, we assume. On these new images, we can see the 4 different models, 2 with dual cameras, 2 with triple cameras, and as expected, they all look pretty boxy, reminiscent to the iPhone 4 or iPad Pros. Now, all these dummies are from case makers, so obviously all we get to see is the back. Now, some of the things that we also expect from this phone are LiDAR sensors or LiDAR sensor, and some smaller notches in the Pro models. And yes, we are expecting that iPhone 12 to happen in October, the iPhone 12 Pros to happen in November. Stay tuned, it's going to be a very staggered year, as if it hasn't been already. Now, let's move the spotlight a little to what's happening with Epic Games and Apple. As you know, the lawsuit that's happening between them and everything. The funny part is when you ask yourself which company is denouncing them now. None other than my least favorite company, Facebook. See, on Saturday, Facebook announced that businesses and creators can host paid online events to help them make money and survive during the pandemic. What's really good is that it seems that Facebook is letting these people keep 100% of the money that they make from these events, saying that they won't be charging any fees for at least a year. However, this is apparently only happening on Android phones, as Apple won't let them achieve this goal. According to them, they asked Apple to waive their infamous 30% tax and allow them to use Facebook Pay that they could use to absorb the cost and let creators keep the revenue, but Apple dismissed both of these requests, meaning people who use Apple's devices will only keep 70% of the money. Facebook will now disclose this issue with users. If you make a payment on an Android device, it'll say that Facebook doesn't make a fee from the purchase, but if you make a purchase from an iPhone, it'll say Apple takes 30% of this purchase. The interesting part is the timing, because you know what's going on at Facebook. A ton of advertisers have left the company because of how they handled other political issues. So, of course, Facebook wants to play nice right now, and they want to be that knight in shining armor when everybody's leaving them. So, no, Facebook, we're not going to let you off the hook just that easily, but still, nice that you're doing this. Let's see how the other problem ends up fixing itself. Because yes, the hottest news today have to do with this Epic Games versus Apple lawsuit and just how Apple has decided to fight back. I don't even know what to call this. It's like if they entered some sort of beast mode or something, because listen to this. According to a new PDF from Epic's court filing, Apple told Epic that by August 28th, they will be cutting off Epic's access to all development tools necessary to create software from Apple platforms. And this includes even the Unreal Engine, which Epic offers to third-party developers. Apple sent out this letter to Epic where they said they reviewed the situation and have found several violations to Apple's developer program license agreement. Therefore, their account will be terminated if these violations aren't cured in 14 days. Epic is currently asking the court to prevent Apple from taking any adverse action, which includes terminating Apple's license to the developer program as well as modifying the Fortnite code. And they're also working on a solution, as Unreal Engine doesn't really violate any of the terms of service like they did with the Fortnite app, and it shouldn't be removed as it will also affect third-party developers. So as of right now, Fortnite remains banned. Epic Games has got 14 days, and I'm like, whoa, I mean, you were expecting Apple to just kneel at this, and no, Apple is like, no. And here's the problem. Let us know in the comments, who do you think should win? Because I do agree with Epic Games that they should be reconsidered, as Amazon is, in not being taken so much of a cut. I do feel that Apple really needs to reconsider some sort of staggered way to charge their fee. But here's the problem. I also understand Apple. They created this platform from scratch. There was nothing before 2008 when the App Store came. And it's not like if Epic Games is the only customer they have. Yeah, they make a good chunk, but it's not the entire thing. So, you know, I do feel that Apple is right, but I also feel that Epic Games should get better treatment because of the volume they bring in. But that's just me. God, I would love to read your comments down below. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also, follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram. Follow me on my personal handles to see me want more lakes to cover. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.